For me, innovation is not necessarily about doing something that no one's done before, although that definitely does have a space. For me, innovation is about finding a solution that's different and suitable for the client's needs. So it could be anything from getting the basics right and being innovative in that way for a specific client need, or doing something extraordinary. So innovation for me, when it's internal, is having different types of people working together towards one goal, and all of them bringing their different parts together create something that is special, something that's different, and something that expresses the solution in a creative way. Anything that you do has to start with a user in mind. And user experience is key in innovation. And also getting feedback from your users, getting feedback from your community, and speaking to your network and saying what is working for you, what isn't, and listening. So a lot of people say to me, Cher, we're not sure if digital is the space I want to play in. And I always say, just start with listening. So even if your first investment in digital is in an ORM tool that is really the perfect tool for your business, and they're different ones, they're free ones and they're ones that you can pay for, and to use different ones and to get a feel for it and really to listen. And also not just having a look at your competitor in your same category, but considering competitors in terms of target market and saying who else is targeting this market, and having a look at what they're doing and just listening, and then listening out for certain keywords that are your golden keywords, the things that you want to focus on as a brand or product. And really listen to what are the conversations already being had and how can you innovate within that. So rather than using innovation just to create something that you think is the best solution, is to actually get that insight, find what that sweet spot is, and then actually create content or the innovation, whatever the innovation solution is around that. So for me, innovation isn't a component. Innovation is a way of thinking. So if you think all the time about having the user in mind based on what your brief is, and focusing your brief on a communication solution rather than a channel solution, whether that be above the line or digital or social or whatever that might be for you, is really key. So when I start strategy for my clients, we work together and we brainstorm, we make sure that what our brief is actually true to us. And then we start going out and putting the strategy in place. Innovation is always top of mind, thinking about the best solution. And like I said, sometimes that means revisiting your website. Is it responsive? Is it up to date? How often do you change your content? Does it have all of its social plugins? That could be innovation for sometimes even a huge brand, because they haven't thought about that. They've been focusing on things that have been working for them, and that's great. But even those things need to be revisited and relooked at, and you can be innovative in that. If you've got all your ducks in a line, fantastic. What are the next steps? How do you want to stand out, and how do you want to be remarkable? And remarkable does mean something that people will remark on, and that's how things get viral. You don't plan those things necessarily. Just being innovative as an extension of everything that you do will create those kind of campaigns or those kind of stories that your brand wants to tell. We talk about integration all the time. It's been the buzzword for how long? But true integration isn't imitation. It's getting everything knitted and kind of come together in a sweet spot. And that is very innovative. So if brands and agencies and even consultants and suppliers can really think how to innovate in terms of integration of teams, integrative thinking, integrative briefs, integrating the agencies working on one piece of business, integrating your brief, integrating the way that you even report back on a campaign. That's very innovative, especially now, because no one's really getting that right. And there's a very huge opportunity to do amazing work when you truly integrate. And that starts with the teams that are working on the business and not just the end result of the channels integrating with themselves.